PostgreSQL, Oracle, and MS SQL. I'll be selecting Oracle and then proceeding with it. Now I get an option of Enterprise Edition and Standard Edition. What does this mean? Enterprise Edition and Standard Edition has a difference in real time. Standard Edition comes with a set of limited features only. However, Enterprise Edition comes with a bit more editions or a bit more functionalities, which is mostly used by commercial purposes in commercial market. I would be selecting Oracle Enterprise Edition and would also be selecting only enable option eligible for RDS free tier users. That means the infrastructure which would be used by this RDS would rather be T2 micro instead of anything else getting selected, because T2 micro is the free tier eligible infrastructure. Just click on next. Specific to database, we have to configure certain parameters. Bring your own license, as you do not have to purchase anything. Amazon do not provide, or Amazon do not ask to provide a license here. This is the version of Oracle database. The currently 11.102 is the latest version provided by Amazon, provided by Oracle. By default, the infrastructure that would get ready here is T2 micro, coming up with 1 CPU and 1 GB RAM. Also, we would be getting a default 20 GB of SSD. We need to provide the name of the DB instance. Now, when I say DB instance, it doesn't mean the Oracle instance, rather it means the AWS DB instance. I'll keep the master username as admin. We can keep anything, but just for demonstration, I'm keeping it. And the password would be capital ADMIN 123. Again, capital ADMIN 123. Click on next. As explained, there is a default VPC created in all the regions, and VPC defines the IP range where the services are getting created, because service would be accessible over internet provided they are in a network zone. So a default VPC of this region has already been selected, and a default subnet. If you wish, you can change the subnet. However, there would be a default subnet selected over here. Public accessibility, yes, because you would be accessing it through a public network as part of demonstration. If you do not want to push it into public network, you can click on no. I'm proceeding with yes. If you have any preference of availability zone, you can proceed with it. I do not have a preference. Let it get created in any of the zone. The security group, that means who can connect to the system, who cannot connect through the system. That means whether it is going to be in a public cloud or a private cloud. So create new VPC security group. I would be selecting choose existing VPC security group and make the modification later. The default database name Oracle always provides you ORCL. If you wish, you can change it. I will let it be as ORCL. Oracle has the default port number 1521 for a single instance, and for the cluster instance it has got 1527. Usually that is used in RAC, real application clusters. Then the parameter groups are by default defined over here. If you wish, you can encrypt the data, but it has been disabled because we are using a free tier eligible. Usually when we are working as a core DBA, we have a privilege of going with hot backup, cold backup, RMAN backup, and those are the manual activities required from a DBA end. However, we have a privilege wherein Amazon Web Services will take care of the backup on its own. You can you can define the backup retention period and take care of it. The monitoring part, in core DBA part, we have OEM. However, here CloudWatch will take care of the monitoring of your entire database. If you wish to have a CloudWatch monitoring of your logs like alert log, audit log, listener log, trace log, we have the privilege to do it. So there is another AWS services, CloudWatch, which is taking the job of OEM now. The minor upgrades, like the minor releases, can be done directly from AWS, and you don't have to go with the DBUA activity. I'll just be clicking on disabling the deletion protection because I have to delete post completion of the activity, and then create database.